What's going on, guys? CryptoHoy here, and in this video I want to do a quick update on Love Hate Inu, aka Vote on Chain. And lately for this project, things have just been going very downhill, going south. And now with the information that I have, things are just getting worse. It's not improving for this project. So I have received some receipts that I want to go over. I'm not going to go over all of them. I have redacted some information as well. But at the end of the day, I just want to show you guys what information I have, and so that you can come to your own conclusion. And before we jump right in as well, guys, very important, take everything with a grain of salt what I say here. All right, I have been comparing like two sources of information, and so you know, when you are like putting the pieces together, the puzzle together, it starts forming a picture, right? But we cannot say for sure. So that's what I'm gonna let you guys decide at the end. And if you guys get value out of this video, make sure to give it a like and subscribe if you haven't done so yet. And also hit the bell so you never miss another video, another update. Let's jump right in. On November 22nd of 2023, just a few days ago, Love Hate Inu made this announcement, or made this post on X, and they pretty much said that they have, it says here, we have made the Telegram announcement only until we work out the release plan for Vote on Chain. We also decided to shut down Discord temporarily due to restructure and continue FUD abuse. This will be reopened soon. The platform updates are underway. We will post a YouTube video in due course. Feel free to reach out for the marketing here, their email, if you need any assistance. So on this day, they decided to close all of this. But something that also happened very interesting around the same time, okay, on the same week, the day prior to this, all right, they decided to launch a new token, all right? And this is called FKU Inu, okay? So it's pretty much FU Inu, pretty much like just like cursing people out, right? Now, when I first came across this, and after like listening to everything and reading the receipts, and also reading some of the replies here on Twitter or on X, this right here, and I could be wrong, but it seems like this is a reflection of the CEO of Vote on Chain. Okay, so this creation of this token right here of FU, if you read it, it says the meme coin that gives 0 Fs, created by some Fs or Fers for some Fs, to put a FN end at the scamming Fers or Fs. Launch on PancakeSwap November 21st. So pretty much around the same time that he made this announcement. But just keep in mind that it was shut down, and it was already having a lot of issues days prior to this. All right, but this was just like the official announcement, but it was already having problems. And then on the 21st, it was the launch of this new token, pretty much saying that it has 0 Fs given. Okay, and it's on Binance Smart Chain. All right, lock liquidity on and all this bunch of stuff. Now, this usually is not a good sign. For one, why are you making another token? Why not fix the first one? And it almost seems like he wants to move on, like the CEO, Carl. It almost seems like he wants to move on and kind of leave this project, Vote on Chain, or Love Hate Inu, seems like he wants to live this, and that's actually true, because which you'll see here shortly on the receipts. He also made a video about this on this recent one on about 11 hours ago, that he actually explains that he's going to be, I guess, getting a new CEO to quote unquote give it a new refresh or something, to refresh, I guess, this project with the new CEO or whatever. But I just think that, based on the other previous video that was like 2 days ago, sorry, which is like 36 minutes long. Most of it is just ranting, just letting off some steam. But it seems like in this video that is black and white, that he's just tired of all the complaints, of everybody just like, just getting on his case. And I guess he's just like up to here already, just tired about it. But yeah, and so let me show you guys here not only does he mention about the new CEO on this video, but also on Twitter. So on this Twitter or X, he says, when Vote launches, we will be announcing a new CEO for the project. Excited? And somebody replied, bullish on Love Hate Inu, so much potential for this project. This is just the beginning. So either this is a genuine person that is actually legit excited on this, or it is just part of the, marketing, I guess, or not marketing, but just to, give it, to make it look good, I guess. But anyways, in this same video of like 36 minutes, okay, that says Love Hate Inu updates, he also started saying that it was hacked, that they have been draining Love Hate Inu since, I guess, May. And then he like low-key started blaming OKX, okay, which I found it to be very strange. He started saying that, that he found it very interesting how it was draining since May or something like that. But he's not accusing OKX. He's just saying that, there's something there, okay? He didn't say it directly. He kind of gave that, he was like implying that or saying it indirectly that perhaps the exchange is at fault or something that, I don't know. But yeah, so that's pretty much what he mentioned on the video. It's like somewhere like halfway through on the video. I don't want to click and play it here. I don't want to make that. I don't want to make this video too long either. But anyways, now let's move on here to the actual things what has been happening. Oh, and one thing before I forget that he was also ranting here is that he was blaming pretty much the market that just because Love Hate Inu didn't meet most holders' expectations doesn't make it a scam. But here's a problem. Anytime you say something like this, like for example for FKU, he's saying get some FKU Inu or watch us giga pump past the moon to Mars. So what is this? All right, every time you're adding a call to action on a token, you're kind of you're giving a claim, right, or an assertion that this token is going to go not just to the moon but all the way to Mars. So you're already setting up this expectation on the token. You're pretty much saying like you're giving a call to action, or you're gonna feel regret afterwards if you don't take the FOMO. All right, so it's different if you just put, pump past the moon and Mars, just say a statement like that. But now you're combining this statement with a call to action. Okay, so it's a problem there. All right. And I think that when people see this, they see the call to action, like buy some token. This token is going to the moon. People buy it and then they don't meet the expectations. It's very easy to just blame the market, blame the holders for not holding, and then just call it a day pretty much, when that's not how it works. Okay. It's similar to like, let's say that you bought a magic diet pill, right? That says if you like take this pill for 30 days or 2 months or whatever, you're going to lose this many pounds or you're going to lose weight. So you buy the magic diet pill and after a month or two, you see no results. On the contrary, either you gain weight or maybe you didn't lose much at all. You go and complain and be like, hey man, I bought this magic pill for dieting. You said I was going to lose weight. It didn't happen. What happened? And then the store or the product owner or whatever, wherever you bought it from, they tell you, oh, you know what? It's your fault.
It's your fault.
You didn't lose weight. And you're like, wait, what? Well, yeah, because you didn't read the instructions. It said that you're supposed to take the magic pill, the diet pill, but also diet and exercise. So if you didn't do that, of course you're not going to see any results. It's your fault.
Oh, I see.
So it's kind of like the same thing here, right? Like if something goes wrong, easy, just blame the market, blame the holders, blame the exchange, blame the hackers, blame the bots. Just blame everybody but yourself. Just blame everybody's at fault but the owner or whoever's in charge here. So I don't think that's the right approach. Everybody needs to take accountability, and all these projects, to be honest, like I always say here on this channel, this is very short term. Like nobody's really gonna do this for long term. All the pre-sales, all it is basically a gamble. It's not even an investment. It's just a huge gamble, high risk gamble at that, because most of them, they just pump up and then they go back down. Okay, so like when we go over here, let me just quickly show you guys here on CoinMarketCap with Love Hate Inu. You see it's like a huge pump in the beginning and then it all just falls all the way down. All right, it's like a backwards hockey stick but laying downwards or something. Yeah, this is what happens to a lot of pre-sales. And a lot of people, they're just in it just for the pre-sale, and then they move on to the next project. But anyways, let's go here to something what really matters, which is the receipts. Okay, and I'm gonna start off with this X post, because this is one of the things that you start combining information from. Okay, and again, this is Carl from his account, and he's again promoting FKU Inu. All right, and then somebody right here wrote this, and he says, you have time to promote a new token while one of your main projects is sinking and there is no communication about it. You announce on the Discord that Love Hate Inu's funds have been hacked, but you provide no proof on this subject. Worse, there is no complaint to the authorities. So this is a big thing. Okay, so basically this person is saying that Carl is starting a new token, like I mentioned here earlier, in spite of the fact that the previous token, Love Hate Inu, is in ruins. Okay, it is like doing really bad. It's like you're abandoning a sinking ship and just jumping to a new one, right? Because it's easier to start a new, than fixing the old. And then and there's more. He says right here, no real communication on this subject. Coinstore denies the hack, and you want you to right after it's closed the Discord, close Telegram, and advise your friends and admin to sell Love Hate Inu without delay, indicating that the project is dead. This is crazy. So basically there's no real communication, and he says that Coinstore has denied the hack situation. So, and I'm going to show you guys the receipts here, I promise, okay, shortly. I just want to get this all out of the way first. But yeah, so he's Carl, was complaining or kind of saying that, or blaming Coinstore for the hacking, and that's the reason why Love Hate Inu, Vote on Chain couldn't really lift off, and that's why everything is sinking, going south. But Coinstore are denying this claim. So that's not good. So the question is, who's telling the truth now? And also, not insider trading, but he's kind of like telling his friends. It says, and closing Discord and Telegram and advise your friends. In other words, Carl is telling his close friends and admin to sell Love Hate Inu without delay, indicating that the project is dead. So not necessarily like insider trading, but very, very close, I would say. You're kind of giving them an edge or advantage to your close friends and admins to start, taking action before everything really sinks all the way to the bottom of the ocean, to the sea. Now, here is the first receipt that I want to show you guys. There's quite a few. I'm not going to show all of them, but here's quite a few of them. So on this one, I have redacted somebody's information, but this is, and again, I don't know the dates on this. I have the time, but I don't know the dates on all of them. So I don't know exactly the exact timeline. I'm going to do my best that I can, but it was around 12, I guess on this time, 12:06 or something. And it says, this other person, either an admin or somebody on Discord, he says, I can listen in for a bit, thumbs up. And then he, after like 20 minutes, because look, at 12:06 and then at 12:30, he says, this needs to sink in a bit. And yes, I agree. We have a small group of diamond holders. So maybe could set up a call like this somewhere in the near future. So by this, it seems like they were either speaking on the phone or something, because it says, I can listen in for a bit. So I don't know if it was a call or maybe it was something, but after 20 minutes or whatever this guy heard that I redacted, it seems like he needed a moment to kind of let that sink in, which it says right here, this needs to sink in a bit. Like, I think he was like trying to process whatever was spoken in that, I don't know, phone call or whatever, chat or whatever. And then to continue here, it says, we have a group of OG members, which is like the original, like a diamond, people who are still holding, I guess, the faithful members, the OG members. And we really try to keep the activity going in the chat. Try to stay positive. Yes, appreciate it for this call. Thank you, Carl. And then he replies, I am truly sorry it's come to this. I will update as I go. Any questions, please fire over. I will do everything to minimize losses all of you here, and I hate to say it, but the ones that deserve it. So it seems like they're the ones that deserve it to minimize losses, because I guess they've been sticking around the longest. They seem to be very positive for, Love Hate Inu. And then this guy replies, we will try to help as much as we still can. I got a good grasp of the OG members. And then Carl replies, feel free to get you buds to DM and set up a call. I think right here is blocked. And then it says, know who you reach out to, or I guess to kind of be aware of know who to reach out to. But anyways, so that's one. Now let's go to the next one. And again, on this one, I don't have the exact dates, to put this all in a timeline, but this was towards the end of the day or evening. And then it says, Carl replies here saying, currently lost a lot of money and tokens to hackers in transactions, wheels sorting, CoinStore and marketing. CoinStore also affected. So right here, again, in Discord, he is confirming that hackers, based on his word, okay, not by CoinStore, is coming from Carl, that he's saying that hackers, they have been taking, I guess, tokens and money, and that CoinStore is also affected by this. And then the other person asks how much, and then Carl replies, a lot, assessing damage and contacting tracing as we speak. And so that's that. So in this one right here, he is saying that, based on Carl's word, is that there has the Love Hate Inu project, the token on CoinStore has been hacked, and CoinStore has also been affected by this. Now on this one right here, I'm not going to read all of it because I have the other exact copy as this one on the next receipt that I'm going to show you guys. I just want to show you here the date. So this one, it says it was on the 22nd of November of 2023. So just keep in mind that on a lot of other countries, the month and the day are swapped. Here in America, it is the month, day, year. In other countries is day, month, year. So the month and day are swapped. But this was on the 22nd of November. Okay, so just keep that in mind. And now let's go to the next one. So on the previous receipt, it said, what is DEX? Not really sure. So that's this sentence right here. But now we get to see a little bit the conversation, what was happening prior to that. So it says right here, Carl, it says, don't worry, gonna make sure you're okay. What exchange you're using? Then he names here that he got quite a few, which is OKX, Binance, LBank. And also I've got my pawns on LBank. Now this is important, which is why I highlighted this pawns, because this is the Duck Derby or something like that Carl also has, which is a separate project, which is like DRD. So they call them pawns because they also have NFTs and all this bunch of other stuff. But yeah, so keep this in mind, okay? We're gonna come back to this pawns, okay? That he says, I've got my pawns on LBank, and you'll see why later on. And then he says, Carl replies, move to DEX, which is the decentralized exchange, send wallets. And then he asks, Imran asks, what is DEX? Not really sure, mate. And then he says, MetaMask, I mean a wallet, sell in little bits. And then it says trust wallet, and he says, yeah. And now this is very important. It says, yeah, then move to LBank, don't dump. Let me open the next one because it's more clear. Okay, so we already read all this part, and then it says, yeah, then move to LBank, don't dump. In other words, don't make it obvious that you're dumping. Just sell like little bits by bits, like in other words, don't do a straight dump, do a gradual dump. Okay, basically that's what it looks like here. And then he says, Imran, he said, okay, I will do that now. And then he says this, but the community have misplaced trust and effed it for now, along with the hack, quote unquote, right? Sell in like 10 million batches or 10 million batches slowly, so the price don't crash. In other words, don't make it obvious. Any of your mates can get in touch. Here's my personal WhatsApp. Okay, there was no WhatsApp number here, and even if there was, I'm gonna redact it. And then Imran replies saying, Carl, mate, I've seen emails from CoinStore, etc. They are denying a hack. Now this is super duper important, and again, like I said in the beginning, take this with a grain of salt. All right. I can't really say for sure. Somebody shared this information to me, and I'm sharing it with you guys now so you guys can come to your own conclusion. But this is telling, guys. This is like very, very important, because if this is true, then the CoinStore the coin store hack, then it's not true. All right. The question is, who's telling the truth? Is Carl telling the truth that the coin store was really hacked, or is Coinstore telling the truth that they weren't hacked? Or is Coinstore hiding that fact that maybe they were hacked and they don't want that embarrassment because, you know, it's not a good look for them. So that's the part that we do not know. All right. So just keep that in mind. But here, Ayn Rand says that Coinstore is denying the hack. So that's not really good if this is true. Let's move on to the next one. And then Carl says, mate, I don't know what this means. Thather, or maybe it was like scramble. But anyways, it says, mate, from Coinstore is literally on Twitter confirming the hack. And then he shared his personal WhatsApp, which I covered here. I'm not going to share it. But yeah, this right here, I even tried searching. I'm not going to lie. I tried searching on Twitter, on X, about this hack. I didn't find it. You could search for it, you know, if you have maybe better luck than me. But I tried searching for this announcement from Coinstore hack, you know, on November, but I didn't see anything. I went as far as 17th of November, 16th of November, usually around the time of this, but I didn't find any. I didn't have any luck. Maybe you do. But as far as I searched, I didn't find any announcement coming from Coinstore making this announcement of the hack. But anyways, Carl stating that there was one on Twitter. And then we go all the way down here, and then it says, is Love Hate Inu finished or in a rut at the moment? And Carl says, in a rut, but not looking good. 2 listings going to the list. Okay, now this is very important to keep in mind, okay? He's saying that not looking good and that 2 listings going to the list. Liquidity keeps being drained on Uniswap. Ironically, not a lot of users. So this is a big problem. It's a ship that is sinking at a very, very fast rate. And it seems like it's almost hitting the floor. Now, it is also important to keep in mind of 2 other things, okay? Keep in mind of this right here that he says, Carl, that he mentions about the 2 listings going to the list. Remember this part that he said, and also remember of the slowly selling, okay? Which was on this one right here that he says to sell in like 10 million batches slowly so the price don't crash, right? So a gradual dump, not a obvious dump. So keep in mind of those 2 statements from Carl. Let's move on to the next one. Now, I don't know when this occurred because I don't have the date. The other previous ones, they were easier to follow along because I had the time and I had the idea of the date. But this one, I don't know when it happened. I don't know if it was the next day or 2 days after. But here, Carl replies saying, bro, chill. Thousands of things to deal with. Also send wallet address / transaction hash with Love Hate Inu. And Ayn Rand replies saying, you told me to sell all Love Hate Inu, so I did transfer to another wallet and sold off 10 million at a time like you told me to. You said it was done and delisted from 2 exchanges. So right here, he's saying, hey, basically Ayn Rand is telling Carl, you told me to sell and like to do a gradual dump and that it was being delisted on 2 exchanges. So I did like you told me, all right? I did, you know, doing like a small gradual dump. And then Carl replies, I don't understand. And then Ayn Rand replies to that saying, I've still got Duck Pond and holding that when I ask about the hacking, you said it's not looking good. OGs would be looking after and to move to MetaMask and sell in small batches. I was holding nearly 90 million from pre-sale. So he was holding a whole bunch and he was doing exactly as instructed by Carl. Now, something very interesting is that after Ayn Rand asked this question or made this statement, Carl just simply replied with, yeah. Okay. And if you read here, it looks like it's this statement because Ayn Rand says, when I asked about the hack, you said it's not looking good for OGs. Would be looking after and to move to, and then there's 3 dots. And it looks like it's this right here. And move to MetaMask, blah, 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 blah. Okay. And all he replied was, yeah, with a question mark, like, yeah, like, so what? And what about it? Kind of like, you know, that type of response. At least that's what I'm getting here with the yeah with the question mark. Kind of like, yeah, what about it? Anyways, let's move on to the next one because here is where things get really dark. And then right here it says, got your WhatsApp number you gave me the other night. So this is probably like 2 days or more after Carl shared with Ayn Rand his what's up, personal number. And then Imrad asks or tells him, Carl, do you recommend I buy back Love Hate Inu? Got plenty USDT. Let know ASAP. Only sold after you advised to sell. So if you guys remember, he was selling by small batches. Okay, so we'll make an obvious dump, just a gradual one. And then he's asking, hey, do you want me to buy back Love Hate Inu? And if you want me to, just let me know ASAP so that I can go ahead and get it, since I sold him like you told me to. And Carl said no. In other words, don't do anything. Just leave it as is. All right. And this is what happened next. Well, I can't really say if this is exactly what happened next. I don't have the dates. I have the time, but not the dates of when this was. And I didn't get it. I didn't got these sent chronologically order or anything like that. But a few days after that, right here, it's hard to read, but it says, what it seems like he's saying, what do you mean, brother? Or something like that. So it's like WOL maybe, or I don't know. It seems like he's asking, what do you mean, brother? And then Carl replies to Imrad, unfortunately, we're gonna end this here. I asked for trust. Another holder abused that. Shame. And then he shared, I guess, this address. I don't know why. Funny thing is, and then I cut off and Imrad says, I don't understand what has happened. And Carl says, I can shut pawns off, right? And I say this because if you guys remember, like a few receipts back, he mentions that Imrad mentions that he holds pawns. I'm not sure if it's like some sort of token or NFTs on LBank. And Carl is kind of like low-key threatening him, saying, I can shut pawns off, right? Kind of like saying, whatever you have of those pawns in LBank, I can shut it off, which means I can make them worthless or something. I don't know. This is what I am understanding on this sentence here. And feel free to share yours. How do you guys would take this if somebody tells you, I can shut off this NFTs, right? Like make them worthless, not worth anything. I don't know. That's just me. But anyways, Imrad replies saying, what has happened? Will you tell me, please? And he says, Carl replies, you shared screenshots. We done, mate. So I guess Imrad already shared these screenshots, so I'm not the first one. It seems like it, apparently. And then Imrad tried to send him a message. He says, only with OGs like you said, speak with OGs, good holders. And then it didn't go through. And the reason why it didn't go through, based on the bots here on Discord, it says, your message cannot be delivered. This is usually because you don't share a server with the recipients, or the recipient is only accepting direct messages from friends. Okay, so apparently Imrad is no longer Carl friends. And it says here, you can see the full list of reasons here, and here's the hyperlink. But yeah, this is not looking good at all. Again, like I said, take all of these receipts, all this information with a grain of salt, but combining that with what this other person talks about here, which are completely different person. I will believe so. They have a different name. Yeah, and then with CoinStore denying the hack, and also this with the receipts that I showed this other person that seemed to have a very close connection with Carl, following his instruction, and also saying that, hey, I've been getting emails that CoinStore is denying these hacks. Like, is not painting a pretty picture for this project. So I just wanted to share this information with you guys. You guys decide how you guys want to take this. But yeah, that's pretty much it here, guys. And I've seen this happen already before with Moon Pirate. Something similar happened with Moon Pirate. They said that one of their members hacked into their system and ran away with all the tokens. Or actually, no, Moon Pirate said that they were changing captains. Okay, so the main owner, the CEO or the owner of the Moon Pirate project, he was stepping down and he was going to let somebody else step up. And that person that stepped up, he gave him the keys or he gave him the tokens, and that person mysteriously just disappeared and left with all the tokens, and that's why everything dumped. And keep in mind that Moon Pirates, they actually were dogs. They were in Australia. They were actually making physical products. They were making energy drinks, like cans with energy drinks. They were making alcoholic beverages, okay? And the owner even owned a restaurant, okay? and they were having videos like every single week, and they were checking every box of a legitimate project, but at the end it still crashed. They blamed it on somebody who betrayed them, somebody from the inside who betrayed them and took all the tokens and ran off. And unfortunately, this is a story that have been told and that I've heard more than once. So there you guys go. Share your thoughts. What do you guys think in the comment section down below, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.